The City of Bicycle was a title that was attached to Hanoi for decades. It wasn't just a popular means of transport. In addition to trams and trolley buses, it was an essential element that contributed to the romance of the city. But as the result of development, the bicycle has disappeared and now only exists in nostalgic reminiscences. In the hustle and bustle of modern society, everything moves fast and there seems to be no place for slower means of transport such as the humble bicycle. The roads are flooded with millions of motorbikes and cars, but the bicycle, which has deep roots in the minds of the Vietnamese, is far from dead. They are just waiting for the right time for the comeback. Hello and welcome to Expo Living, and the theme for today's show is bicycle, as you can see from the clip we just played. It seems that bicycle is getting back its popularity in Vietnam, and many people are encouraging others, especially their friends or relatives, to ride bicycle again. And mentioning those who try to become a trendsetter of cycling, we'd like you to meet one Spanish guy who gets a very interesting to tell about bicycle. The Hanoi Bicycle Collective is where I'm heading to today. Here I meet Kim Van Steru, a Spanish with a great story about his love for the bicycle.
When I was a little kid, my dad taught me how to ride a bicycle, and then we used to do some bicycle rides on the weekends together. I got, I think, my first racing bike when I was 8 years old. At that moment I loved bicycles, but when I grow up I thought that it would be more cool to go by motorbike in Barcelona. I'll get more girls. So I stopped using the bicycle and I get a motorbike. But then when I moved to London years ago, I get a bicycle again, and then later on I moved to China to work, and that's when I get bicycles again, and from there I didn't stop to go by bicycle everywhere.
Before coming to Vietnam, Kim worked in China. It was a decision of his to attempt to a world tour by electric bicycle that brought him to 42 countries, including Vietnam.
It just happens that one morning I wake up and I thought, I'm gonna go around the world on an electric bicycle. I started searching and then I saw that nobody has done it before. There's obviously one personal reason, which is to see the world and to grow up. But at the same time, I thought, well, that could be a great opportunity to show the rest of the world outside China what are the electric bicycles, because in 2009, not many people know about them. And then, okay, I designed the itinerary, and I was charging my batteries with solar panels. And then obviously, I start from Beijing, South Korea, Japan, back to China, Hong Kong, Macau. And the next one was Vietnam.
Starting at the Beijing National Stadium in China, Kim, with his electric solar-powered bicycle, cycled around 80,000 kilometers during his trip. Through this marathon effort, Kim hoped to spread the message about energy conservation to people around the world, while at the same time fulfilling his great passion for the bicycle. And on coming to Vietnam, Kim developed a special interest in the country and then settled down here when he finished his trip. After settling down, he set up the Hanoi Bicycle Collective, a venue for any bicycle lover.
When you enter here, we get all the bicycles that they are for rent. Well, some of them, because we don't have much space, so some of the other ones we have it upstairs.
Where do you get those bikes?
Well, we've just been buying and collecting bicycles. Some bicycles has been donated for some neighbors that they left Hanoi, and they donate the bicycle to the Hanoi Bicycle Collective. Some others, I get parts and I build it myself. We have a, where we say the first aid workshop, which is a workshop just here on the ground floor for basic fixings. If you get a puncture, I mean, things that are easy to fix, we do it here. And then if they are more complicated or they need more time, yeah, you just get it here, and then you can bring the bicycle up or down.
You invented it?
Well, it's just a matter to buy the pieces, the parts, and make it.
People today, when they buy a bike, they often want to have some additional gears, right?
Yeah, some accessories. Yeah, no, that's goes a little bit what I was saying before. We're the only official trek shop in Hanoi, so we only sell licensed products. It means products that we have the license to sell. We also have like gear, you know, proper maillots from original maillots from Trek. They do high quality maillots, so we are their representative in Hanoi, so we can do right now any t-shirt, maillot, jersey for cycling that you want. This second floor is where normally we do the cinema and the concerts. We got some bicycles up here, I'll show you. And then yeah, we got some product here, and then some of the new bicycles that we import right now from Ho Chi Minh. And that's also some of the bicycles that we rebuilt and we fixed.
Since its establishment, the bicycle shop cafe has gained its popularity among expat community. Today, Claude Jacqueline comes to the shop to ask him for a checkup on his daughter's bicycle.
Very thin people. When you put more weight on it.
For this Frenchman, this is the only place he can find that offers bicycle repair service for expats living in the Westlake neighborhood.
I don't know so much about the neighbors and the bicycle shops, but this one lived just around where I live. Gim, the owner, is the very friendly person, and I'm been very happy about his work, and every time it works, so why to change?
To get a bicycle fixed, the customer just has to fill in the form about what parts needs to be examined. Plus, they can also receive helpful consultation from Gim. Witnessing a growing business, Gim believes that bicycle will one day become more popular in the city.
Now it starts becoming a fashion, a big boom. People are using them for recreation or to do sport. I think it's just a matter of time that people will change and use more bicycles than motorbikes.
Riding a bicycle as a sport has become a more common sight in Hanoi. In fact, cycling is becoming an increasingly popular hobby in the city, as some commuters even use bicycle to go to work. And dotted among motorbike stores, there are increasing numbers of bicycle shops to satisfy cyclists, whether for people who just enjoy it as a hobby and more serious fans. Many locals are joining the trend, purchasing a bicycle and starting to take up cycling as a hobby. And it seems Gim's talk about the trend is right. Not only turning his venue into a popular destination for cyclists, Gim's also tried hard with a lot of activities held to influence others on cycling. And he hopes that he could bring back the status that bicycles once had among commuters in Hanoi, Vietnam. And a bit to further promote cycling, Gim organizes the Positive Mass event once every month. The event features different routes for cycling around the city, attracting both locals and expats.
When you go by bicycle, you can just enjoy the city. We organize also the Positive Mass event, which is inspired from the Critical Mass, which is an event that takes place in, I think it's more than 500 cities around the world. The last Friday of every month, people meet and cycle together to promote cycling.
St. Joseph Cathedral is where the cycling starts. Since the launch, the event has seen the participation of both locals and expats who discovered information about the event either online or just by word of
Em
mouth.
cũng biết về hoạt động này trên Facebook, nhưng mà sau khi mà em đi thì mới biết là của anh ấy, rất là hay.
I'm a neighbour of Jim's. I live very close to his house, and he's active in our community, and he's been promoting the use of bicycles, so I decided to come along tonight to try it out for the first time.
Hanoi is radically different from a few decades ago. Even at nighttime, the city is full of motorbikes and cars. but the presence of bicycles on the street still recalls some sketches of old Hanoi. With his efforts, Kim has managed to transfer his passion of bicycles to others, bringing them joy and happiness through the enjoyable hobby of cycling.
Em rất thích cái hoạt động này. Nó khuyến khích mọi người sử dụng xe đạp, bảo vệ môi trường. Bây giờ ở Việt Nam em nghĩ là xe máy ô tô quá nhiều đến ô nhiễm. Nên em nghĩ là hoạt động này khuyến khích mọi người dùng xe đạp nhiều hơn.
I haven't ridden in such busy traffic before, but it was okay. I think everybody's very aware of cyclists, and it was a nice way to see the city at night.
I had no idea when I first arrived what it would be like. It's a great chance to meet people and get some exercise, and I think it's a positive event where a lot of other people should join. So I think in the future it's just going to grow. There'll be more and more people joining this event.
With this event, Kim hopes that he can inspire Vietnamese youngsters to take up cycling and also helps his expat friends see a different Hanoi as they sit on their bicycle saddles. Apart from the monthly cycling event, Kim has also launched another campaign themed You Cycle, You Save. This aims to encourage the involvement of local businessmen in promoting cycling. Today, Kim visits the Paulo restaurant and tries to persuade the restaurant owner to join his campaign.
We have a project, that if you join, it's not about if it's going to bring you more or less clients. It's about doing something that it costs you nothing or very few, and that's going to help Hanoi. It's not about helping my shop or the volunteer. No. Talking about Hanoi. And for sure you want to have a better Hanoi. Everybody wants to have a better Hanoi. So that's one way, very easy way to contribute.
The Paolo is a famous Italian restaurant in town, and its owner, Paolo Di Piaggi, is a cyclist too. And it's no surprise that Paolo is happy enough to join the event.
You give a discount because you want that people come, and this is one new reason to come. I go to Paolo by bicycle, so I can have the discount. So it's getting new customers. For this is the main reason, and then also because it's a good idea.
Since the launch of the campaign 3 months ago, Kim and other volunteers have successfully encouraged dozens of local restaurants to join the campaign. The targets of Kim's is a less polluted Hanoi. For a long time, bicycle has played an important part in Kim's life. It's possible to say that bicycle is joy, his passion, and also his destiny. And it's the bicycle that brings Kim a great love story and also leading him to the true love. Returning to Vietnam during his world tour, Kim met again with Chàng, the reporter who interviewed him previously. They got together and Kim finally fell in love with her and they married. He then persuades his wife to continue the world tour with him.
One day I say, well, what about if we get married and you come with me? And I think my wife is as crazy as me, and that's why I love her. And she said yes. So she asked for 1 year off in VTV, and we get a second bicycle for her, and then we cycle from here to Spain together.
He came back and we start being together and we get married. After getting married, I told him that, okay, now you're my husband, wherever you go, I follow you, I go with you. And then I think, okay, this is only one chance in my life. I have a chance to do something out of my mind, something crazy, something I never imagined that I could do. So I said, okay, I do.
Departing from Hanoi, The couple cycled through different countries to reach their final destination of Spain. A new life entered the story during their trip, and after that they returned to Hanoi and started their family. Overcoming many challenges, the couple now find themselves in peaceful Hanoi, and the young couple and their daughter Lola are waiting for new discoveries in the future.
It's not easy. We had some tough times, we had beautiful times. The trip bring us our daughter, so I think it was a great decision.
For sometimes the fight we got in the road, even the tears, the happiness, the experience we got, I'm really happy for that. I never regret for what we do, and I hope that when our daughter grow up a bit more, we have a chance, another chance. Maybe now we can make our chance. We don't need to wait for something, so we can go on the bicycle again.